Last night, we saw rookie left guard of the Seattle Seahawks, Zable, look amazing. I mean, this man had a grade of 81.8 overall according to PFF, but a 79.0 run blocking grade as well. 0 sacks allowed, 0 pressures allowed, and this guy could be the future of this Seattle Seahawks offensive line. And what I wanted to do in this video is kind of showcase to you how good he looked in the snaps that he played, right? So we're going to break down the film, and right here, first play, we're in 21 personnel. If you guys don't know personnel, I can break it down. So 10 personnel, there's 11 personnel, there's 21 personnel. The first number is always going to represent the amount of running backs in the backfield. So right here, we have 2 backs in the backfield. And then the second number, whether it's 0, 1, 1, 2, it's going to represent the tight ends on the football field, okay? So 21 personnel, 2 running backs, 1 tight end. We're going to stretch this thing out to the left side. Zable is going to instantly jump left. His defender, though, is going to jump inside. You're going to see him actually come back and wall off, open up a cutback lane if his running back needs it, okay? Outside of that, this offensive line did really good last night. So again, you're going to see that interior D tackle jump inside. He's going to make sure he's like, okay, wait, I need to open up that cutback lane, because at times the cutback lane is the most dangerous thing in football for an offense, right? So boom, he clears off the cutback lane just in case his running back needs it. But ultimately, man, let's just be honest. 40, right? These guys did such a great job getting space for the running back, whoever it may have been in this game. I mean, look at this. Look at this, man. That is beautiful. Beautiful. That's what you want to see right here. Now, again, Zable wasn't the X factor in this play, but right when we zoom a little bit, right, the idea is that this cutback lane could end up being a touchdown. Not on this very play, right? If this guy was to overcommit really bad to the outside run, that cutback lane's there, right? Linebacker plays it well, but that's just the reason there's no one else to the outside. I had a great time watching this game. From the standpoint of the Seahawks offensive line, just looked better, man. They did. Let's break down the film. Another thing I love about Zable is the high motor, the instincts, right? The strong hands, but also the quick feet. This dude's got everything. But the work ethic and the motor is something I love, okay? So right here, we're going to get a little bit of a misdirection to the left side to the running back, or for the running back. Now, watch this. He is initially going to see that inside release from the D tackle, right? They're trying to get through that A gap quickly. Watch how quick his feet are. I mean, he basically does this for him, right? Gets right back in front of him. But not only that, he ensures that this guy has no chance at all on this play, okay? Drives him all the way to the right side of the formation. The dude starts on as an interior defensive lineman and ends up at the right tackle, okay? And then watch this, right? He never stops. He keeps driving him. He keeps going. They're out of the play. This guy is in Cancun. I mean, he's gone. He's not in the play anymore, okay? So that's one thing I like about Zable is he won't stop. If his assignment is you, good luck. Good luck. And that's what I love about him, man. The high motor. Get out. You're not doing anything. I'm sorry. I don't care who you are. You're not doing nothing. Again, let's go, man. Also, hit the like button if you want more Seahawks videos. I dropped a Torrey Horton one on my second channel, Matty Dubs NFL Film. I posted a community tab thing about it. You guys can check it out there if you want. But go sub, hit the like button here, subscribe here for more Seahawks content. Let's go. All right, another play. As we can tell, 21 personnel, 2 running backs, 1 tight end to the right side. We're going to work off play action. I felt like they did this a ton in this game. They wanted to add a sense of unpredictability, come out in these, strong formations where it looks like you're going to run the football, create the Raiders to come out in, 3 linebacker packages, but they believe that they just had the weapons to beat you, and let's be honest, they did for the most part of this first half. So, Zable once again playing as your left guard here. He got quick feet, but also very strong hands. Look at this. Boom, right? Locks onto him, and you're not going anywhere. Again, they do end up getting pressure up the middle here, right, from Adam Butler, who's really good. But Zable does a great job. I mean, that is absolute clamps there. They end up finding a guy in the flats. Does get knocked a little bit. But again, this video is for Zable. He does a great job sliding out quickly, knowing he's got to get to that point right? A lot of these guys end up being a lot faster than we think. What ends up happening is these guys just boom, right? And you're not able to get where you need to be quick enough. Right here, Gray Zable's plenty quick, gets right where it needs to be, and has strong leg strength. Do not allow this guy to get pretty much anywhere. We're gonna see that as this video progresses, man. He's tough. Here's a quick play, incomplete, but does have good contact balance here. Again, they're gonna try to swing this guy through that A gap. It just doesn't work. Zable's too quick. They think they can catch him off guard by lining up on the outside shoulder of him, and then attacking the inside, but it just doesn't work. Now, he does fall for a second, but has good contact balance. The one thing I will say here, he gets a little bit too happy because they run a little bit of a stunt, okay? Now, what do I mean by that, right? They're trying to get to the inside shoulder of the center, and then they're trying to wrap this guy around through that A gap. And because Zable falls, it allows them to get a little bit of pressure up that A gap. Now, again, I wouldn't say this is a bad thing because in this situation, nothing bad really happens. But this is how you can get beat in the future. Really good left guards and right guards and centers, they need a sense of communication. Because he's a rookie, I'm not going to put the blame on him right now because nothing bad ever happens on this play. The center ends up getting back close. But again, on these plays, we need to be able to communicate and we need to be able to switch very quickly. If this guy's going to that center, if he's going to attack your center, then you better know that a stun is coming or a twist is coming, and that's exactly what they run. Ultimately, it does work for the Raiders here, getting a free rusher to the quarterback. They get the ball out pretty quickly there. Ends up being a miscommunication between him and Torrey Horton. But again, this is just something you need to work on, man. Does maintain body control, but I would like to see a switch there. I would. Another play for Zable here. Now, this is another one where I want to mention is work ethic, man. The motor. There's guys in the NFL that will block until they don't need to block anymore, but Zable is a guy that's going to block until he hears the whistle blown, which is what I want to prioritize when it comes to offensive linemen, especially rookies. If you have that as a rookie, you're only going to get better as time goes on. So they're going to quickly throw a screen. Now, at this point in time, a lot of guys just stop blocking. They don't really care, right? But Zable doesn't stop. Gets back in front, pushing back like, hey, you're not getting over there, man. You're not getting over there. I don't care what you think, what you say. You're done, okay? And that's just how he plays. And that's something I love. Like right here, he could have easily been like, okay, I'm done blocking, right? Nope. Second wave of energy. Gets back in front. It's cool to see, man. It really is. Here's one of my favorite plays from Zable. First thing we notice here is they're wide. They're out wide. They have a linebacker covering up that center, basically in a zero technique, but just trying to show blitz, trying to apply pressure there. Usually those guys don't really blitz. They usually drop back or play in a QB spy. Once he sees the running back kind of stay patient in the backfield, that's when he says, okay, I'm going to blitz. Now, right now, they're in a 5-man scat. They're sliding to the right, and they're man-to-man to the left, okay? Now, they're overloading that left side, which means they just don't have the personnel to block enough off that edge. But watch Zable. He is going to take his guy, Tyree Wilson. Big guy, by the way. Look at how far this leg strength is able to drive this guy basically into the ground, as well as another guy as well. I mean, Zable is a beast. He's a high work ethic, high motor guy. And once he gets a hold of you, man, you're done. Look at this. Drives him into the ground, as well as Malcolm Kuntz. Let's go, man. I'm excited about Zable, dude. I think he's going to be a really good player. And they needed someone like this. Once he gets it, the strong hands. Watch how quick his hands get to the placement, and then boom, you're done. Actually, a really good completion by Drew Lock here. That's tough. Good catch by Elijah Arroyo. But Zable, perfect rep right here. Tosses two guys into the ground. Let's go. This is a great job by Zable once again. So they're coming out in the I formation, okay? They want to sell maybe a QB sneak or a run up the middle. You're going to see the linebacker here say, hey, we need to close the gap. We need to get closer. Once that happens, you see everything start to tighten up just a little bit. Now, what we're trying to do here is we're trying to sell this inside run, okay? So we want these three guys here to kind of really sell it. We really want to sell that we're going up the middle. Now we're going to get some pre-snap motion into a stretch off to the left side. And we're trying to get all of these guys here to overcommit downhill to create maybe a 2-on-2 opportunity right there. Okay, that's what we're trying to do. Zable like sells it perfectly. Look at this, right? Boom. He goes low, selling to those middle linebacker, 44 specifically on the screen, that this is a handoff up the middle. But it's not. Now, boom, bad pursuit angle by the rookie Darian Porter, and there goes the running back off to the races into the end zone for a touchdown. Good sell job there by Gray Zable, really selling that it was a run up the middle when in reality it was not. Not at all, man. Great job. Once again, man, I'm happy. Gray Zable, it's very, very tough to really break down the film of interior offensive linemen in preseason games. But I felt like he did amazing in this game. I don't think there was anything he really did wrong outside of that stunt not switching, but didn't rezone anything too bad. A couple more clips here. Here's another one right here. Defensive lineman tries to hit him with a little spin. Goes nowhere. Gray Zable, quick footwork, elite arm strength here. Look at this. Just stays in front the entire time. Drew Lock has so much time in the pocket. Another great rep here by Gray Zable. I thought he did an amazing job, okay? That was a beautiful one. We can go to the next one. And here we go. Another one. Now we're coming out in a, under center look. Great job. Oh, actually, we already showed that one. Do I have any other ones that I wanted to show you? Might have been this one. Okay, right here. Another one-on-one rep. Look at him. Does to get help with the double team there. Man, this dude is a freak. Yeah, that's the one we showed earlier. So, yeah, that was pretty much all the cut-ups that we had from this game. I thought he did a great job. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. Hit the like button, subscribe, join the family, turn on post notifications. And I'll see you guys in the next Seahawks update. Peace. Also, Torrey Horton video on the second channel. Peace.